So what is up, everyone? Today is Friday, December 26th. I will be trading the Nasdaq like I always do. So I am coming to the session with a bullish bias. So I feel like there's not too much like internal structure for me to kind of go off of, but I just feel like when you look at like the higher time frames, right? Like we've swept out this low inside of this 1 hour gap, right? We're reacting off that. We're just moving in bullish order flow, right? We're disrespecting bearish, respecting bullish. But so I will be trading on evaluation accounts today. I will not be trading my actual funded account because I view like the last couple weeks of the year are like low probability conditions, and I'm really not trying to like trade my funded accounts that I've worked hard for in like low probability conditions, right? Yeah, so I will be trading eval today though. Just want to double check. Pip Looter says, yo, Tim B. What's up, Pip Looter? He said, good morning. Are you still using FX Replay? Yeah, I still use FX Replay. FX Replay is the GOAT. So we are leaving behind a 930 high, which is something that I like. I feel like the wicks left behind by that 930 candle are always good targets, right? He said, good morning. Is the market good today? I wouldn't really say the market's too good today. I mean, I view like I feel like the way I think about the market, right, is like the way the market moves is when there's like big players, institutions. That's how we get like good volatility in the market. And the big players and the institutions, like they just took Christmas off. It's a Friday after Christmas. They're probably not trading today, right? And honestly, I always view the last like 2 weeks of the year as like lower probability conditions. Because like honestly, like through my testing, I've gone back and I've tested like 2023, 2022, and typically like the last 2 weeks of the year are not like the highest probability conditions, to be honest. Juan says, good morning, bro. I'm a Ricky at all this. What's your best tips to start off? Just find the strategy that you know makes money over time. Like I always talk about the mindset you got to have when trading is you're following like a statistical edge, right? So like just find a strategy, prove to yourself it works, and just try to replicate that strategy in live time. There's no way. What is this stop loss? You said, do you think it's gonna get better to get back to the market like after January 5th? Let me look at my calendar to remind myself. I mean, I'm gonna be going back to my regular like risk and trading and everything once it's like the first full week of January. So I want to say I'm just pulling up my calendar on my phone. Yeah, I mean either the week of January 5th, but definitely the 12th would be better. I feel like the week of the 5th will probably be the first good week again. And the 12th will be like actually like definitely good. So I mean, the thing I'm looking at right now is I don't even know if I'd necessarily take a trade through this, but I'm thinking like maybe if we close to this gap, it's maybe something I'd want to try maybe. What's up, Samrat? You said I sent you a few DMs early in the week, still no reply. I'm not taking that. What is that? I mean, to be respectful, Samrat, I mean, the first DM you sent me was you're telling me how to improve my trading when you don't even make money trading. And then you're telling me what I could have done better when you're like, oh, you should have had a tighter stop, and it missed my stop loss by a couple points. And then you also told me that I should improve my targets when I like perfectly hit. Like I hit a 1-to-1 and it didn't go much further than that. And if I targeted further, it wouldn't have hit. So I don't know what you're trying to tell me to improve when I handled everything perfectly that day. And then you're sending me some random reel that I'm really not interested in. And then you sent me my own video and just said the thumbnail got me. So I don't know what to say to all that. There's not much I can say to that. Honestly, how's it going, mate? Going pretty good. How about you? You said, do you only trade Nasdaq? Yeah, I only trade Nasdaq futures. You said, all right, mate, what's the bias today? Looking for London lows? Honestly, at this point right now, I'm looking for a continuation long, to be honest. Because I feel like right on the higher time frame, right? Like, we've wicked down, we're continuing up. Like, on the hourly, right? Like, London kind of already came down and swept out these lows down here. We kind of reacted off that. So it's definitely possible that London could be like a protected low, right? So I'm probably looking for continuation longs all the way up until we hit, like, there's like a daily unfilled fair value gap I've been talking about for a hot minute. Like, that's the daily unfilled fair value gap. And there's also these relative equal highs right by it. I mean, I don't think we're necessarily going to hit all the way up here on a Friday. Christian said, I can't hear you. Is my mic cutting out? You said, why do you prefer NQ over ES? I feel like NQ just moves a lot better. Like, I feel like it just moves a lot more points at once. I feel like it's got more, like, volatility. And I don't know. Also, too, like, I feel like I learned to trade on NQ. And then, yeah. You said, yeah, I don't think the price action will be large today. Nah. You said my mic's tripping? I look on TikTok it is. Whenever I check it, it sounds fine to me. Is it like an intermittent thing, I guess? Oh, I see it. Yeah, whatever. I'll deal with that another time. I could definitely see us chopping a lot today, though. Because, like, the thing I'm going to be waiting for is for us to open up, like, a 5 or a 15-minute fair value gap. And honestly, I don't know if the chances of us... Like, I don't know what's going to happen, necessarily. You said, what is your profit target and max stop loss that you use to enter a trade, or it depends? I mean, every trade, my stop loss is $500. And my profit target, it does vary. I typically go for like around a 1-to-1 risk to reward. But if let's say there's like a really obvious draw, like let's say if I look at like I take a 1-to-1 and like at a 1-to-1.5, there's like previous day high. It's like very obvious we're trending toward there. I would like target that. I typically never go for like over a 1-to-2 risk to reward though. You said ES to all-time highs today? I don't think today it's going to happen. I mean, I feel like there's not much volume in the market right now. You said, sup, my guy? What's up, Ola11? So, like, I don't think it's going to happen, but, like, the thing I'm looking for right now is, let's say if we opened up, like, a 5-minute gap here, I could use that as a condition, where if we trade back down into it and respect it and react higher, I'd take a long. Oh, and I don't know if you guys are aware, but Alpha Futures is doing an amazing discount right now. Today's the last day, so like until midnight tonight, they're doing 40% off all evaluations. You just gotta use my discount code, which is code TIMB272. But 40% off all evaluations is crazy. You can get like a 50K account on the zero plan all in for like $60. Like that includes activation fee, the payment for the eval. Crazy. Yeah, so we did not open up this 5-minute gap right here. So I'm essentially waiting until, like, let's say if we trade up higher, we open up like a 5-minute gap somewhere up here and respect it. You said, do you have discount code for FX replay? Yeah, I actually do. So there's like a link on my profile, my link tree. You can use that, and then it's the same code. It's a TIMB272. It'll get you 15% off FX replay. Yeah, of course. Blue said, we trading today? I mean, I'm trading on eval. I'm not trading on my actual funded account. I have a feeling today's going to be a boring day. You should take any trades Take any trades yet? No, I have not taken any trades yet. You said, I think that too. Well, it's going to be like a boring day. I definitely agree if you think that. Yeah, I feel like I'm just kind of here. It's my routine, but I'm not expecting much today. You said looks very bullish. Yeah, I would agree. I'm looking for longs currently. I still need to wait for us to open up like a 5 or a 15-minute fair value gap though. Kyle Guy says, looking to get into trading. Any tips? Dude, FX Trader K, what is with you and saying things about Philippine women? You said you always wait for an FVG. Yeah, every single trade I take is like an inverse fair value gap, and we're delivering to or from like a 5-minute fair value gap. So that's like my kind of my framework. But Kyle Guy said looking to get into trading. So honestly, I always say like the correct way to think about trading is you want to find a strategy that you know makes money over time. So you found something with a statistical edge, and then just try to replicate that statistical edge in live time, right? Because essentially though, like my trading, right? Like I've found like when we close through a fair value gap, when we're delivering from like a higher time frame one, when there's like an SNT stuff like that, right? Like I have all these conditions, and I say when all these like conditions are present, if I take trades with all these conditions present, like I have a statistical edge. So in real time, when I see these conditions present, I do the same thing to replicate that statistical edge in the past. That makes sense. Princess Wild. Yeah, I don't even know how to respond to that. We still haven't open. Yeah, I gotta wait a long time for this 15 minutes to open up. You said I'm up already done? Good stuff, Mr. Nice Guy. Did you take like that 1 minute inversion really close to market open? What's up, Zam Trades? How are you, bro? You said yes, but I trade order flow? Oh, okay, makes sense. Good stuff regardless, though. Oh god, the TikTok chat always be crazy. Cash said, is it a bad day to trade? Yes, I would say today is a bad day to trade. Because I feel like there's not too much like volume and volatility, right? And like you gotta think too, right? Like the big players in the market, the institutions, they're the people that move the markets. And like we're coming off of there's Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and now it's a Friday with no economic news, right? So right, there's no economic news, lack of volume. The big players not in the market, lack of volume. It's also end of year, which like historically, end of year just is not like high probability conditions with good volume, right? So I feel like between all those things, I'd say today's one of the lower probability days, to be honest. And just a reminder though, like I will be trading eval today. Like these are not conditions I'm willing to actually put my funded accounts on the line, right? Like, cause I just listed all those reasons why it's like low probability conditions. So like if it's low probability conditions, why would I trade it with like an account I've worked hard to earn, right? Waterworks said, did you already long? Nah, I couldn't find any longs. I was eyeing. There's like a 1 minute gap right here, but we took the internal high. So at least according to my rules, I couldn't take a trade where we already took the internal high. Austin said good morning, Timothy. What's up, Austin? You said, are you profitable? Yeah, I'm profitable. Dylan Blackwood says, good morning, Tim. Hope you had a Merry Christmas. Yeah, I had a pretty good Christmas. I hope the same is true for you as well. Someone said, good morning, bro. Do you recommend any videos posted to help us beginners or recommend? Yeah, I always recommend the guys over at PB Trading, stands for like Patrick and Blake. They have a lot of great like beginner information, as well as like Dodgy's DD. His name's like Ryan Wilson. I watch a lot of his stuff. Said not much. Had a good day in gold last night. Made 700 and logged off the protected promotions. Good decision, bro. So surprisingly, we're just like dumping right now, which is low-key a little surprising to me. Prince said, I haven't seen that in days, I think. Are we talking about gold? Yeah, Merry Christmas, Hourglass. Of course. So, oh, you said gold is also dumping? I'm not surprised, honestly. I feel like Nasdaq and gold kind of move like the same. So like honestly, I don't think I'm not looking to take a long like right now. Because we're not delivering from like a 5 or a 15-minute fair value gap really. Like there is one like down here. But I feel like we've already delivered from it. You said, are you trading only NQ? Yeah, I only trade NQ. You said how long you've been trading for, bro? I've been trading like seriously for like 3.5 years. But I've been trading overall for like 7 or 8 years. So honestly, for me to take longs, right now, I feel like I want to see this low over here get swept out on either NQ or ES. Only one has to do it, but because I feel like the way it's moving right now, I feel like it definitely wants to hit this low. And this is also like a 930 low. said, I noticed you stay on the 1 minute and do you mark higher time frame charts like 4 hour and 1 hour with FVGs? Yeah, I typically do. I feel like right now though, like we've already kind of delivered from this 4 hour gap right here. So like there is this internal low I look at, but I feel like I look at all these time frames and in my mind I kind of think like what should I be paying attention to? And I mark out what I want to like mark out, but I don't mark out like every one though. You know, I'm gonna try to do something real quick to try to fix the TikTok audio. Did I break it? Yo, what's up? Higo. So I think on TikTok I should have fixed the thing where my mic is cutting out. I think I'm not even 100% sure. I gotta turn the volume on TikTok though. That should be better. Ola said, but your screen is hard to see, my guy. That's why I keep saying in chat. See like the message I just said right there? That's why I keep saying that in chat. But hopefully, so I'm still looking to see this 930 low over here get swept. I want to see a reaction off of it for me to look for longs, to be honest. I feel like so far it's definitely been a choppy day. I'm waiting to go on social media and see someone being like, yeah, I took this short over here. I feel like I just know there's gonna be someone on social media saying they took this. And I don't know if I want to believe them or not. You said, and they made probably two, yeah. You know, sometimes though, I feel like I do be looking on social media and I see a trade someone took, and I'm like, no, you didn't. You said no news Friday. Also, Xmas was yesterday, so choppy PA. Yeah, facts. You said, yeah, probably one of those people that take 10 plus trades a day. Yeah, there'd be certain people that take like, I feel like every setup that presents themselves, they just take it. Presents itself, I should say. So I mean, maybe if we get a good inversion off of this 930 low, I could maybe take a long, but interesting. So we might just come up for London lows. I mean, we're dumping straight toward London lows. Honestly, I feel like ideally at this point, I want to see London get swept and have like an immediate reaction off that. And one thing to keep in mind too is we did open up 10 a.m., right? So I feel like every day I'm always talking about how at 10 a.m. open, right? We typically have a manipulation the opposite way. Because you got to think, right? Like on the 4-hour chart, we open up a new 4-hour candle. On the 1-hour chart, we open a new 1-hour. And typically these candles have like wicks on the opposite side, right? So we're opening up this new wick for this 4-hour candle. Yo, what's up, CJ? How are you, bro? So we're definitely getting I didn't even notice that. We're definitely getting a reaction off London lows. You said the 1-minute chart shows an AMD. Yeah, we kind of accumulated like here. Even this whole accumulation zone kind of, right, manipulated down to London lows. I could see longs. But Mark says, hello, Tim. How's it going? Going pretty good. How about you, Mark? You said, is this gold? Nah, this is Nasdaq futures. I wonder, are we going to open up another 5-minute? No, not yet. You said long now? I'm not longing just yet. I'm waiting for a close through probably this 2-minute fair value gap. You said S&T at the lows. I mean, yeah, there definitely is an SMT. I just want to wait for a little more confirmation. You said, yo, bro, what's good? Nothing much. What's good with you? PA was making me yawn until now. So we look, right, so we have a, what, a 38-point stop loss. I should know the answer to this. I want to say, what is that, like 6 cons? I should know the answer to this. What, 6 cons?